자, 이번에는 러시아 장비도 소개가 많이 있네요. 자, 지난번에는 IL-2, T-62, T-62, 그리고 M51에 대해서 다뤘습니다. 그리고 소련 장비와 그 개발 관련사를 19번째 배틀패스 시즌 영상에도 만들었습니다. 자, 처음으로 대량 생산하게 된 MBT, T-62. T-62는, 내가 월탱할 때 제일 좋아하던 탱크였는데. 소련의 T-62는 기갑 장비의 설계에서 강렬한 인상을 남긴 장비입니다. 다양한 절충과 혁신을 거친 T-62는 얼핏 봤을 때는 기존 장비들과 차이를 찾기 어려웠지만 소련 기갑 장비의 역사에 있어서 크나큰 진보를 이뤘습니다. 이 T-62도 혹시 그거 들어가나? 캐로젤인가 그 있잖아. 밑에서 돌아가는 그 자동 장전 장치 있잖아. 이게 들어가나? 봅시다. 렛츠고. 자, 봅시다. T-62.
The Soviet T-62 tank is a vivid example of the extensive development approach in armored vehicle design. A blend of numerous compromises and innovations. It was, to the untrained eye, almost indistinguishable from its predecessor. Yet the T-62 carved out a significant niche within the Soviet army and marked the first step into a new era for the country's armored forces.
실제는 프레테드라고 하면 안 되고 뭐 다른 게
The
있더라고요.
T-62's
근데 프레테드가
predecessors
뭔가
didn't differ
장기잖아.
drastically from World War II era machines. Their designs were simply more refined.
떼사사.
Extensive combat experience helped Soviet engineers develop one of the best fighting machines of the time,
떼오사.
the T-54. With its rational layout,
월탱 시절에
transversely
떼오사도 참
mounted
재밌게
rear
탔었는데
engine, sloped
떼오사로
armor, and a well-protected teardrop turret housing a
마우스 트랙
powerful gun
끊고
for its
옆구리
weight
까고.
class, of course. The T-54 offered an ideal combination of characteristics for the 1940s. Ongoing upgrades, new shells, ventilation systems,
지속
and
업그레이드,
gun stabilization mechanisms extended the T-54's capabilities.
수직 안정기,
But, like all combat vehicles,
시스템.
it would eventually be retired. Finding a worthy successor, however, proved to be rather challenging. It had to be more than just tougher or better armed. It had to meet strict industrial and technical demands. The Object 140, developed at Uralvagonzavod, didn't meet manufacturing requirements
오브젝트
and
140하고
lost out to the
430.
Kharkiv-built Object 430, which featured a brand new engine. But even that design required significant refinement and ultimately remained just a prototype.
135, 430도 프로타입으로 마무리된 거네.
Over time, the benefits of certain design solutions of the Object 430 became clear. Notably, the integrated fuel tank racks, as well as its new engine and powertrain compartment. Seeking a balance between innovation and manufacturability, the Uralvagonzavod team, led by Leonid Kartsev, tried adapting the Object 140 to the T-54 chassis, and ultimately created a hybrid of both. The new turret used an electric drive and had a
오브젝트
lower
140이
profile,
합해진 거네.
making it more suitable for mounting the 100mm 2A24 gun from the discarded Object 140. The load was carefully redistributed across the road wheels to balance the shifted center of gravity, and additional cooling flaps were added to the engine transmission compartment. Through these focused improvements, Kartsev's team produced a more modern vehicle without sacrificing component interchangeability.
그러면 그 파워팩이라는 개념은 언제부터 들어가죠?
The military was satisfied with
연속
nearly
장치와
every
엔진하고 이렇게
aspect of the
통합되는
tank,
거죠.
except the gun. As a key element of the updated model, the gun drew criticism for its muzzle brake, which kicked up clouds of dust when firing, for gas buildup inside the crew compartment, and for insufficient barrel pressure. A special shell ejection system fixed the gas issue, but all the other problems remained. The top brass then considered equipping the tank with the MT-12 Rapira gun, but the design wasn't particularly accommodating for it. Instead, engineers removed the 2A24's muzzle brake and rifling, and increased the caliber to 115 millimeters.
115mm.
The result wasn't just a more powerful weapon. It was a smoothbore gun that could fire APF SDS rounds. Thus, the Object 166, later designated the T-62, became the world's first mass-produced medium tank, or main battle tank, to use such ammunition. Early Soviet 3BM4 APF SDS shells were basic, solid-body rounds with no core, but they significantly outperformed Western equivalents in armor penetration, marking a breakthrough in tank warfare.
그게 T-60이었네요.
Thanks to its excellent gun and solid engineering, the T-62 remained in production for decades. Even in the
대량 생산도
1980s,
됐나 보네.
during the
많이
Soviet-Afghan
팔아먹었겠죠.
War, the upgraded T-62M, now equipped with composite armor and a guided weapons system, remained in service. Its engine handled high-altitude conditions well, and in infantry support roles, it often performed as well or better than newer T-64s and T-72s, especially since Western-style Mbt
T-60이와
weren't
T-70는
present
좀
in the
다른
theater.
느낌이죠. T-70는 일단 부진이 느린 거.
Though originally
네,
conceived
내기에
as an
맞다면.
interim design for the Soviet military, the T-62 had a lasting impact on Chinese tank development. After the 1969 conflict on Damansky Island, China captured a T-62
중국도 T-60
and,
가져갔네.
impressed by its
그러니까 뭐
features,
T-72가
spent
숫자가
several
높아서 더
years
좋은 게
reverse
아닌 것
engineering
같아요,
its
느낌이.
gun and
숫자가 높다고
experimenting
무조건
with
좋은 거 아닌 것 같아요.
120mm versions. These efforts didn't lead to particular breakthroughs, but gave Chinese designers valuable experience. In War Thunder, the T-62 appears at rank 6 in both the Soviet and Chinese tech trees, as well as in the Israeli lineup as the Tiran 6, a trophy tank captured during the Arab-Israeli wars. The IDF made only minor modifications, such as mounting Browning machine guns, without structurally altering the vehicle. The T-62 remains one of the most versatile mid to high-tier Soviet tanks in the game. It allows players to get used to APF SDS rounds.
그러니까 월
And then there's
선대에서
also
떼우기를
the
그냥 제대로 타본 적이 없는
T-62M,
것 같은데.
offering
생각해보니까.
additional survivability with composite armor on the upper glacis and turret.
있긴 있죠.
Do you enjoy going to battle in one of the most widely produced Soviet tanks of the Cold War? Tell us in the comments down below.
그치, 저 날개 달리고 요사한 거 있어 그래. 조금 청원아 저 날개가 저거 방어하는 거라던데. 보병 유도하기 있잖아요. 그런 거 아닌가?